Speaking of good defenses, not North Texas, Memphis, 52-44. Memphis being your victor in this football game. And I said, first of all, credit Chandler Morris. What an absolute effort from that guy. What an effort from this Eric Morris coached football team to be in this football game. I said, my eyes told me that I thought I thought that Memphis' defense was much improved. And little did I know I fell for the same thing I fell for with, Texas. Like, they just hadn't really played a lot of good offenses. And when they did, they played against Navy, they got shelled. And I just thought, hey, maybe that offense is just, it's very unique. It's difficult to prepare for. I get why you gave up a big game right there. And when North Texas has played some good defenses, more athletic defenses, they've struggled greatly. 650 total yards of offense from Chandler Morris and North Texas. I mean, they didn't just throw the ball over the yard. They ran the ball for 200. They threw the ball for 445 yards and ran for 208. Unreal that they were in this football game. I mean, it's the turnovers that cost them this football game. North Texas could have won this football game, and they would have actually put themselves in the driver's seat to actually, do some real damage in the American Conference. Because remember, North Texas, their one loss is to Texas Tech, right? So it wasn't even a conference game. They would have been undefeated, moving forward with a win over Memphis, and Memphis would have had their second loss in the American. Kind of at this point, it would have maybe eliminated them from, it would have eliminated from their college football playoff hopes, but it also would have eliminated them potentially from the American Conference Championship, so credit Memphis. That was awesome effort right there. Credit North Texas. And I do want to credit Memphis, for finding a way to win the football game, taking care of the football. Seth Henneken getting it done at home.
Yeah, he was efficient. Mario Anderson, I've been waiting for him to really start taking over in some of these American football games. He's looked good early on, but he was big for them. Obviously, had the long carry, 53 yards as well. But yeah, man, to me, it was Chandler Morris was awesome. Running the football, you saw him make some big plays. Obviously, North Texas was beneficiary of explosive plays, but I also think that is part of their recipe. That is part of Eric Morris. That's part of Cherrick Morris pushing the ball down the field. That's kind of what they do, and they exploit things from other teams. And Memphis kind of found themselves in a shootout, and you got to give them credit for being able to compete and just continue to fight, put up numbers, even after going down early. Not like it was a crazy, lead that they were going down, but North Texas was battling, man. Was battling. So it was awesome. It was awesome. And the American, I'm glad we circled this one. We're like, we had to preview this one because it's legit American Conference standing implications. It's legit. There was a chance for North Texas to actually win this football game. I took Memphis, to cover there, and you did too. And honestly, I think they play again. I don't know if I do that. I thought North Texas exposed some things at Memphis. It was those turnovers, right? A couple turnovers that were brutal. 3 for 6 on fourth down is also brutal. I love the aggressiveness, but still, any of those convert and they're potentially a different outcome in this football game. So yeah, that's kind of all I got to say.
Seriously, I mean, just once again, I mean, it's hard to predict with this North Texas team who, if you were to bet on them all year, you actually would made a significant amount of money, except for the Texas Tech game, because they have been covering football games. Just, you still have some stuff you got to clean up, right? Defensively, you haven't looked good at all. You're garbage on the defensive side of the football. But getting Chandler Morris in there is proven to be a really good get for them. And they still have, weapons in there. Sheffield was unbelievable. What do you have? Maybe 1 billion yards, rushing, receiving. He was really good. You still got a lot of talent there on the offensive side of the football that can alleviate the pressures of your defense. But just Chandler Morris can't do everything, right? He can't do everything. You've seen that time and time again. Eventually, if you put the ball in his hands, would they throw 61 times? Ball's going to get put on the ground. Ball's going to get put in the other team's hands a couple times. So that is what it is. They're a fast-paced team. They're going to throw the football a lot. They're going to trust their offense. Just if you had a defense, that's why Eric Morris was pretty successful his first year at Washington State. I guess was that his only year at Washington State as the OC? I don't know, but they had a really good defense there, and with Cam Ward, they had a good offense as well. You had a good quarterback. You did enough there. Sure, you moved the ball really fast, but your defense generated a lot of pressure on quarterbacks. You forced turnovers. Did a really nice job. North Texas doesn't have that. Maybe down the road, maybe down the road. You got a lot of really talented pieces in the state of Texas and North Texas. Uh,
Dallas
you're in
Fort
the
Worth
Denton
area.
area. You're in Denton, literally Denton Geyer, Ben Ryan. I mean, you got really good talent all around you. Now a lot of those kids are going elsewhere, but it's not to say that you can't be successful, especially with the future outlook of the American Conference.
And the
Looking the way that
portal.
it's looking, you got a chance to do some real damage in this conference and be, you know, with East Carolina already firing their coach, Mike Houston, you got a shot to, I think, surprise some teams in future years. Just unfortunate that they fell a little bit short in this one.
I do want to say outlook for North Texas. Yes, this loss is brutal, but you still have a lot of goals in front of you, and the teams in front of you. Obviously, you won't have the tiebreaker with Memphis, but you get to play Tulane, you get to play Army, right? Those are big games in the next couple of weeks that can decide the top of the American. And as for Memphis, you're looking at their schedule, and not that you're going to write off any games as wins, but Charlotte, UTSA, Rice, UAB, feeling pretty good about a lot of those games. And then it's Tulane at the end of the year on the road. Obviously, you do have that one loss, and Navy has your tiebreaker against you. So we'll see what happens there with the service academies. But I think the American can be a really fun finish. It was a fun finish last year. Remember that. SMU, I think Memphis was in there as well as UTSA. So it be very exciting. The American obviously has a chance not only have a playoff contender, right, as a G5 representative, but also just a really fun finish for that conference.